The Potter's Fire, a parable about true passion. A boy who wanted to burn brighter. In a small village near the foot of the Kunlun Mountains, there lived a boy named Tao. He was a restless child, quick to laugh, quicker to tire. One week he dreamed of becoming a swordsman, the next a poet, then a dancer, a fisherman, a cook. But no matter what he tried, the spark faded after a few days. Life is too dull, he said to his mother one evening. Everything begins with fire and ends in smoke. His mother smiled, wiping her hands on her apron. Then perhaps you have not yet found the fire that burns without smoke. Tao frowned. What does that mean? She pointed to the distant hut by the river. Go to Old Wu. Ask him. Old Wu? The potter? Tao scoffed. All he does is play with mud. Go, she said again, her eyes calm. Watch, then speak. The kiln by the river. The next morning, Tao went to the potter's hut. It stood half-sunken into the hillside, smoke drifting lazily from a crooked chimney. Inside, Old Wu moved slowly. Barefoot, his hands stained the color of earth. The room smelled of ash and water. Without looking up, Wu said, "You are the one who tires easily." Tao blinked. "Did my mother tell you?" The old man chuckled. "No. But your footsteps are impatient." Tao crossed his arms. "I want to find what makes me burn bright." Wu gestuert to the wheel. "Then sit. Touch the clay." Tao hesitated. That's it. That's it," Wu said, returning to his own work. And so Tao sat. He pressed a lump of wet clay onto the wheel and spun it. It wobbled, collapsed, splattered his robe. He scowled. "This is pointless." Wu shrugged. "Come back tomorrow." Throughout the days that melted together, Tao returned the next day, and the next. He shaped cups with crooked lips, bowls with lopsided bases. Sometimes he cursed. Sometimes he laughed. Old Wu never corrected him. He only said, "Again." Weeks passed. One morning, Tao made a teacup so smooth, so round he felt a thrill in his chest. "Look," he cried. Wu examined it and gently placed it aside. "Break it," he said. "What? Why?" "Because it's not you yet." Tao hesitated, then crushed it in his fist. A strange joy stirred in him. Each day he learned more. Not just about shaping clay, but about the heat of the kiln, the weight of silence, the timing of glaze. He began to notice things, how the river whispered in the mornings, how ash danced when the wind shifted. One night, while trimming a bowl, Tao realized he hadn't thought about quitting in many days. The fire inside the fire. One stormy evening, lightning struck a tree near the hut. The wind howled. Rain poured like falling knives. Wu calmly fed wood into the kiln. "Aren't you afraid?" Tao shouted. Wu smiled. "The world outside will rage, but this fire we tend from within." They sat beside the kiln, the flames painting their faces gold. Wu looked at Tao and said, "Tell me, why do you still come?" Tao opened his mouth, then paused. "I don't know," he said slowly. "It's not like before. It doesn't feel like chasing anymore. It feels like listening." Wu nodded. "True passion does not roar. It hums, it does not seek applause, it breathes." He placed a finished pot in Tao's hands. "Passion," he said, "is not about wanting more. It is about becoming less scattered, less distracted, until only what matters remains." The bowl that taught. Years passed. Tao became a man. People from nearby villages began to buy his pottery. They said his bowls felt alive. His cups tasted like calm. He never rushed. He did not advertise. He simply worked, quietly, steadily. One day, a wealthy merchant from the capital visited and held up one of Tao's bowls. "It is simple," the merchant said, "but it touches something I didn't know I missed." Tao smiled. "The bowl taught me. I only listened. Vistigait, alphabet Atzaningabotis Kapad Kades. The final kill. When old Wu grew too frail to lift clay, he gave Tao a small wooden box. Inside was a single blackened shard from a broken pot. Tao held it gently. "This was the first one I ever loved," Wu whispered. "It shattered in the kiln. I kept a piece." "Why?" Tao asked. "Because it reminded me, even in failure, passion burns. So long as we return to the wheel, we are not lost." Wu passed away that spring, and Tao scattered his ashes into the river. Each time Tao fired his kiln, he placed that old shard beside the flame. Not for luck, but for love. Closing reflection. True passion is not loud. It does not seek to conquer the world, only to understand it. It returns, again and again, to the same wheel, the same breath, the same silence, until what is made is not a product, but a mirror of the soul. Passion is not in chasing what dazzles, but in surrendering to what endures.